Okay, get this. Today, we're diving into the future of sports broadcasting, and it's seriously wild. Think AI making the calls behind the scenes and like robotic cameras catching every single angle. We're talking Oz Sports' smart stadium system.
And the really interesting thing here is that this has the potential to totally change the game for, well, the game. Smaller teams and leagues could finally get those awesome big league style broadcasts.
Right, it's like leveling the playing field. Everyone gets access to those same tools. More amazing sports stories, which is what we all want, right? Okay, so no more huge camera crews running around, just robots with AI. Someone tell me, is this how the robots take over?
Hopefully not. But what this does is make those professional quality broadcasts way more accessible. This changes everything.
Totally. I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing. So how does it actually work? They keep mentioning this Oz Cortex thing, and honestly, it sounds a bit like something out of a superhero movie. What is it?
It is kind of like a superpower for sports broadcasts. It's basically the brains of the whole operation. It analyzes all those camera feeds, like all of them at the same time, and makes decisions about what you see.
Okay, that's already impressive, but how much are we talking about? How much data can this thing process?
Oh, just a crazy amount. Try 2,000 data points every second.
And it's not just following the ball around, right? It's more sophisticated than that.
Way more. Oz Sports actually trained their AI to understand the game. It's like having a superfan who also happens to be a camera genius. They can spot the key players, and they're even predicting where the action's going to go next.
So it's like having a seasoned pro, a director up in the booth calling the shots, but it's AI doing it all on its own? That's insane. And it's doing things a human crew probably couldn't.
And this AI close-up feature,
yeah,
let me tell you, it's mind-blowing.
Okay, so instead of needing a dedicated camera person for those super dramatic close-ups, this AI is just handling it.
Exactly. It's those perfectly framed shots that get you right into the athlete's head. You know, the ones that make you really feel the drama. That's what this AI can do.
Now that is cool, you're right. It's like having your own personal camera crew following every player, every beat of sweat, every moment.
That's exactly it. It's those little details, the emotion, all the stuff that might get missed with those, traditional cameras. This AI is a game changer.
Okay, but how are these cameras actually getting those shots? Like, can they really move as quickly and smoothly as a real person? Because those camera operators, they're weaving through crowds, getting those crazy angles.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. Each camera, they put it on this super advanced stabilization system, right? It makes these incredibly smooth and precise movements.
So they're talking high-speed pans and tilts, zooms, the whole shebang, and it's all smooth as butter.
Exactly. And not just smooth, intelligent too. The AI is actually predicting what's going to happen and adjusting the camera angles before you even realize it.
Wow, okay, so that's how they're replicating a human crew. But you were saying this goes beyond just copying what a person could do. What else can this system do that's, totally unique?
Well, because everything's filmed in crazy high resolution, 4K, they can analyze things a human literally wouldn't be able to see.
Like what? I gotta know.
They're talking about using the AI to detect player fatigue just from micro movements.
Wait, seriously? How tired are players just from watching them on video?
I know, right? Sounds crazy. But think about it. Even the tiniest changes, their posture, how they're walking, it can all point to fatigue. Oz Sports, they're building something that can catch those things and use them to give us even deeper insights into what's happening in the game.
So it's like having another set of eyes, actually, a whole other brain that's totally focused on these tiny details that, oh wow, could actually impact the entire game. That's amazing. I mean, that kind of data, it's valuable for more than just broadcasting. We're talking coaching, player development, maybe even injury prevention, right?
Absolutely. And here's the really exciting part. Oz Sports isn't keeping this tech a secret. They want to collaborate, bring in partners to make even more AI-powered features.
Okay, so they're not just selling a product. This is like a whole platform, an ecosystem for totally changing how we do sports broadcasting.
You got it. They've figured out real-time AI processing with this crazy detailed data. And now, anyone can jump in and push the boundaries. Developers could build whatever AI models they can dream up.
No, that is huge. It's one thing to have amazing technology, right? But to let other people play with it, build on it, that's next level thinking. I love it.
It's what sets them apart, for sure. Oz Sports gets that the real game changer here is combining cutting edge technology with, well, human creativity.
Right. It's like they built this awesome playground and now everyone's invited.
Exactly. And what you can build there, it's practically limitless.
You mentioned earlier their AI was kind of inspired by the human brain. Is that like real or just a good marketing line?
Honestly, it's a bit of both. It's not like they're building a robot that's going to start writing poetry. It's more about learning how we process information, how our brains work, and using that as like a blueprint to build something incredible.
So not a robot takeover, more like robots helping us understand things a bit better.
Exactly. Oz Sports said they looked at the prefrontal cortex of the brain, the part that helps us make decisions, think through complex stuff, and use that as inspiration for the Oz cortex.
So less recreating a brain, more like taking inspiration from its best features and making something new. Kind of like how we learn to fly from birds.
Yeah. Taking inspiration from nature is what we do. But, and as awesome as our brains are, they've got limits.
Like remembering where you put your keys.
Haha, exactly. But even more, a human camera operator, they can only focus on one thing at once. The Oz cortex. All 6 cameras, all those 2,000 data points, every single second. No problem.
No coffee breaks for this AI. And not only is it processing way more than a person could, it's faster, more efficient. So that means
it reacts to the game in a way a human just can't. The AI isn't just keeping up, it's predicting, seeing things before they even happen.
wow, talk about a real game changer. So we're not replacing humans, we're making a whole new experience. And who doesn't love better, more immersive sports, right? This is really something. Robotic cameras, AI directors, Oz Sports is basically pulling us into the future of sports broadcasting, and it's amazing. But bottom line, what does it all mean? What's the takeaway here?
I think it shows us a future where technology isn't just recording the game. It's part of how we actually experience it. We're talking about taking those crazy moments of athleticism, those incredible feats, and using AI to craft them into these really compelling stories. It pulls you in.
And it's not just for people watching the big leagues, right? It's about smaller teams, smaller leagues, getting those same incredible broadcasts without needing a massive budget.
Absolutely. It really could change the game. It gives so many athletes, so many teams, the chance to have their stories told, to share their passion. And it's not just those external production values either, it's the data, the insights. Imagine what this could mean for players, for coaching, even preventing injuries. It's huge.
Right. We were talking about how this AI can analyze micro movements and figure out how tired a player is. That just blows my mind. It's like having a whole team of experts and they're watching every player every second. So what's next? Seriously, what other parts of sports could be totally changed by this technology?
That's the big question, isn't it? If you can track every little thing, everything, to how much spin someone puts on the ball, where does it go from there? What will coaches do with that info? What about the fans? It's a whole new world. I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, me too. One thing's for sure, Oz Sports is leading the pack. I can't wait to see what they come up with next. And, we'll be here to dive into it when they do. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. Until next time, keep exploring.